What's up everyone, and welcome back to the Bold and the Beautiful 24 official channel. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button today. Let's get started. Ridge and Brooke reunion. Love it or hate it, everyone's talking. After saving Brooke's life in Italy, Ridge gave her a kiss. Fans are mixed on whether they're destiny. Ridge is seemingly back together on the Bold and the Beautiful. But first, they will have to break the news to Taylor and Nick. While in Italy, Ridge saved Brooke's life and kissed her. Fans are expressing their thoughts and reactions to that scene. Here's who's for them and against them. No more of Ridge waffling. We received an overwhelming number of emails from BNB fans discussing Ridge and whether or not they consider themselves to be destiny. The majority of followers are opposed to Brooke and Ridge getting back together for the 10th time. Some people hoped that Brooke would have a new life with Nick, who wanted to get her off her feet in Italy. Why doesn't Brooke move on? Anna Marie Miller inquired. The plot of this story is getting old. Ridge is a single sea creature. Brooke should, in my opinion, move on from Nick and leave Ridge hanging. The same is true for Michelle Wise. I can't stand Ridge Taylor any longer. Are you not? Meanwhile, Elizabeth Lewis would like to see Ridge get a taste of his own medicine by getting dumped by both women. She believes that Brooke and Taylor ought to leave his life completely and never return. It's time for Ridge to see what it's like to be the dumb pea for once and for all. I want the two to stop fighting over one man. Elizabeth continued, to show him how it feels to be rejected repeatedly. Brooke's destiny prevails. Some BNB fans support this pairing. Many claim that Brooke and Ridge are the endgame. Cecilia Rocker shared that the two have more spice and chemistry than Taylor and Ridge do. Yes, unite Ridge and Brooke again. Taylor should be sent packing, please. There's no real chemistry there. Steffi must move past it. These are matters for adults. She has her own mess at home to fix. Brooke and Ridge are passionate and good at it. Just because Ridge wants Brooke back doesn't mean all is forgiven. Jennifer Allen thinks Ridge needs to make it up to her for all the hurt and pain he's caused. Ridge needs to make things right with Brooke. Taylor's broken heart syndrome was so pathetic and ridiculous. He ought to be with Brooke. She could see through Taylor's plan about getting Ridge back. She revealed that she had broken heart syndrome, which he helped her overcome. No matter what the detractors say, Brooke and Ridge are in love forever, according to Carletta Sharp. She wrote, no matter who comes between them, they will always come back together to show that love ends no matter what may come. Steffi and Thomas, Ridge's children, need to give up on bringing their family back together, according to Carletta, especially now that they are adults. She even added that Stephanie Sr. needs to rest in peace and let Ridge reunite. Will Taylor blame Nick for Ridge's reunion on BNB? Nick did not carry out Taylor's instructions. Taylor asked Nick to keep an eye on Ridge and Brooke in Italy. He willingly went to the romantic country in an effort to sweep Brooke off her feet. However, his romantic plans fell through. Literally. Taylor won't be pleased to learn what transpired in Italy. On the Bold and the Beautiful, Ridge's victory over Brooke could be attributed to Nick steering the boat. Nick had big plans to woo Brooke. He planned a romantic boat ride, which wound up being the exact opposite of romantic. Instead of sitting together, Brooke lay down on the back of the boat. She was thrown overboard after the boat ended up colliding with another boat. If Nick can't steer a boat, how can he steer his own love life? When Ridge jumped into the water and stopped Brooke from sinking, he saved her. Ridge realized at that instant that Brooke was his destiny. He gave her a kiss and promised to fix everything. But there's just one problem. He's engaged to Taylor. How Taylor might respond even after the group returns from Italy, Taylor may still be in denial. She won't pay attention to any of the warning signs, like the growing chemistry between Ridge and Brooke. Rather, she'll blame Nick for Ridge getting back together. He only held one job, which he did poorly. He was unable to shield Ridge from Brooke. Ridge was too preoccupied with following Brooke around Italy. He was desperate to find out after he realized that he had made a mistake. Everything changed after seeing her drown. Ridge came to the realization that he did not want to lose her. Taylor and Nick are going to lose in the end, but that won't stop them from giving up. They won't give up because they're more interested in winning someone over than they are in loving them. Following the dramatic developments in Italy, The fandom of The Bold and the Beautiful found itself immersed in one of the most intense discussions in recent soap opera history: the unforeseen yet anticipated reunion of Ridge and Brooke. This storyline has ignited social media and inundated inboxes with a mix of admiration and criticism, all triggered by that pivotal moment when Ridge Forrester, without a moment's hesitation, plunged into the refreshing Italian waters to rescue Brooke Logan from drowning after a catastrophic boating incident that Nick Marone had inadvertently caused with his careless steering. This rescue culminated in Ridge embracing Brooke, their gazes locking with a depth that only years of love, betrayal, and yearning could evoke, culminating in a kiss that fans have meticulously analyzed frame by frame. Some fans are enamored by the undeniable chemistry that has endured through numerous affairs, marriages, divorces, and love triangles, while others lament what they perceive as yet another recycled Bridge storyline that should have been retired long ago. Indeed, the reactions have been passionate. Anna Marie Miller expressed her frustration, stating she is weary of Brooke consistently returning to Ridge's arms like clockwork and wished she had opted for Nick instead, particularly since he traveled all the way to Italy to win her heart, only to witness her fall into the water and into Ridge's embrace. Meanwhile, Michelle Wise echoed this sentiment with an exasperated remark, questioning, "I can't stand Brooke, Ridge, Taylor anymore, can you?" Elizabeth Lewis took it a step further, advocating for both Brooke and Taylor to completely walk away so that Ridge could finally experience the feeling of being left behind, urging the writers to allow him to feel the pain of rejection that he has inflicted on others countless times before. Especially concerning these two women who have been set against one another for an extended period, while critics have been vocal, supporters have matched their fervor, such as Cecilia Rocker, who asserts that Ridge and Brooke are meant to be together and possess a chemistry that Taylor cannot imitate. She advocates for the show to send Taylor to a different storyline entirely, allowing Ridge and Brooke to continue their passionate romance without disruption. She emphasizes that Steffi should concentrate on her own tumultuous marriage instead of interfering in adult matters. Jennifer Allen concurred, stating that although Ridge may be Brooke's fate, he still owes her a sincere apology for the pain he has inflicted over the years. She contends that Taylor's storyline of broken heart syndrome appears forced and manipulative, particularly since Brooke quickly recognized Taylor's scheme to reclaim Ridge under the pretense of needing emotional support. Additionally, Carletta Sharp contributed perhaps the most romantic perspective, suggesting that regardless of who intervenes, Ridge and Brooke will inevitably reunite. She urged Ridge's adult children, Steffi and Thomas, to cease their efforts to reconnect their parents with others, even suggesting that the late Stephanie Forrester Sr. should rest peacefully and allow the couple to lead their lives free from perpetual disapproval from beyond the grave. However, the reality for these characters is significantly more complex than fan speculations. Although Ridge may now have a clear understanding of his feelings for Brooke, he remains technically engaged to Taylor, and revealing this information is bound to trigger an emotional upheaval in Los Angeles. Meanwhile, Nick Marone's ill-fated endeavor to win Brooke over in Italy, which involved a supposedly romantic boat ride that culminated in a collision and Brooke being thrown into the sea, has already placed him in Taylor's sights, as she had tasked him with monitoring Brooke and Ridge, hoping to avert any rekindling, only for him to fail spectacularly. Taylor is likely to accuse him of being the very reason for Ridge's reunion, conveniently overlooking the reality that Ridge's determination to follow Brooke around Italy was the true catalyst. His guilt over past decisions, combined with the adrenaline from the rescue, crystallized the understanding that losing her permanently was not an option. For Ridge, the haunting image of Brooke slipping beneath the water is one he cannot forget, and he has made a silent vow, sealed with that Italian kiss, to never allow her to leave his life again. However, while he revels in the warmth of their reunion, Taylor's denial may persist for some time, as she convinces herself that Ridge is merely overwhelmed by the near-death experience and that once things calm down, he will return to her. Meanwhile, Nick, always the romantic gambler, may still attempt a final bid for Brooke, although both Taylor and Nick's motivations seem to be more about winning than about genuine, selfless love, a distinction that fans are quick to highlight. Thus, the stage is set for a classic Bold and the Beautiful showdown, part romance, part rivalry, and part pure soap opera spectacle, where each character's next move will either solidify Ridge as destiny in the eyes of their supporters or ultimately validate their critics. Regardless of which side you align with, it is undeniable that this reunion, whether loved or loathed, has sparked widespread discussion, from living rooms to online forums, in a manner few soap moments achieve anymore. This may explain why, for better or worse, it is precisely the type of drama that keeps B&B fans engaged day after day, year after year, eagerly anticipating whether love will sink, swim, or sail off into the Italian sunset.